Hey guys, before I get into this Vlogmas talking about grief, I want to first give a shout out to my mom and her YouTube channel, Lynn's Kitchen. My mom is amazing and just started her channel, so I want you to go support it. I'm going to have her link in the description. But it's so very fitting as we're talking about grief today and trying to just give you some daily motivation. But we recently lost my grandmother, who is my mom's mom. And my mom has just been so encouraging, and her channel is because of my grandmother, because my grandmother initially taught her how to cook. So Lynn's Kitchen, it's just so fitting that this all ties in together. But I love my mom so much. Just want to support her and let you guys know of all the awesomeness she is doing on her channel. So her link will be in the description. This is one of her videos where she's doing her famous sweet potato pie. But go check it out and subscribe and give her some love. And then check out this video and actually another playlist I'm going to have in this video of some other awesome YouTubers that were collabing during this holiday season. So let's roll right into the video. And again, thank you guys for checking me out. All the love and support is so greatly appreciated. Real men get it done. Hey guys, good morning, good day, wherever you are watching this. Man, first of all, okay, vlogging. So obviously that's just an opportunity to share my highs and lows, ups and downs, behind the scenes and everything in between of my channel, Real Men Get It Done. But it is the Christmas season, holiday season, whatever is your preference of language and lingo. Vlogmas, it's that time of the year. But before I get into content information, hey, check out the link in my description to our holiday season playlist. I have connected with some awesome YouTubers that are just part of the community, and they have good content on their channels, and we just all bumped heads together and said we would do a playlist for this season just to promote all the good stuff that everybody is doing, and just to let other people just be exposed to different channels and different flavors. So go check out that playlist. As I say, after you get done watching this vlog, there's some awesome videos that will be in there for this whole month. So just tune in, subscribe to their channels, share their channels, and just spread the love. Just spread the love and support. All right, well, again, Vlogmas, holiday season time, all that good stuff. And I know that even though it is a joyous occasion for us to just celebrate being thankful, Thanksgiving and transition to Christmas, whether you are religious or not, and you're celebrating Christmas as the birth of Jesus' birthday, or you're not celebrating Christmas, and it's all in between. It's a lot of different people that celebrate for different reasons, but the whole purpose of the holiday season is for us to be reflecting on just being thankful for our family and what we have, and giving gifts and all that good stuff. But I do understand that it can be a challenging time for a lot of people too, just because the holiday season often is times when we lose people. So I want to talk a little bit about death, not to be too morbid, but just talking about loss and encouraging people who are out there during this time, during this season. Because I know while it's a joyous occasion at times, sometimes it is very challenging to press through the holiday season when you've lost people, near and dear people. I myself, it's felt like every year it's been some kind of like loss. It was maybe one break in there where we didn't have a loss, but it was like a couple years ago, my wife's dad passed, then my grandmother passed. And these were people that are very close to us, just unexpectedly. Battling a little bit of health like everybody, but it was nothing that made us think they were going to transition and leave the earth, Again, we had that break where nobody passed for like a holiday season. And then I just recently lost my grandmother, and my cousin lost her grandmother. And these two were people that were very close, you know, to us. So it's been hard, it's been challenging, it's been very difficult, and especially during this time of COVID, where, you know, you can't have funerals like you used to, and you can't visit with family and go fly in like you used to. It's just created a different level of just challenge, of heartache. So even though when things can be streamed, you know, funerals are being streamed now, it's not the same like being with your family and being with your loved ones, just to mourn together, to share experiences, share stories, to try to begin that healing process. So I just wanted to encourage people, as I said, just wanted to encourage you that I understand that it can be challenging and difficult, and just want to talk a little bit about that. One thing I will say in terms of loss, in terms of dealing with it, you know, there's cycles of grief. Not going to get into all the technicalities of it, but I will say no one can tell you or try to push you to move on past your grief. I know we try to just to make, I think people do it to make themselves feel better and to try to help lighten the load, to try to tell you, you know, reflect on the good times and you know, they're in a better place, or God's gained an angel, you know. But when you're going through, I'm just gonna be real, you know, those are all good things that make the other people feel good, but you really don't want to hear that at the time. At least I know I didn't, and still sometimes don't. You just kind of want to be left alone, you know. You want to try to figure it out and kind of go through those processes, and everybody's process is a little different. So I will say, don't let anybody try to push you or force you to get over it. You know, there's people that deal with things for years, and I think there's a time and season for it, granted, but unless you're in that person's shoes and you kind of know what's going on, it's very difficult to try to tell them to push on. And as much as we would love them to, you just can't put a timetable on it. So it's just trying to be understanding. And even the times when you don't, you may be frustrated or upset that, I'm speaking from both sides. So I know dealing with loss myself, it's no timetable on it. But then if I'm trying to console someone else during that process, like I said, my wife lost her dad, and at times even, you know, I may feel like, man, just let's move on, let's push on. Just knowing how I've dealt or felt on the other end has given me more compassion to be like, okay, I get it. Like, as much as I would want things to go back to normal or to have some type of normalcy, there's just real pain and real loss and real emptiness that's there. So I just have to be empathetic and just try to be prayerful, try to be mindful of that, and yeah, just know that it's tough. It's tough. The seasons of loss it's tough. It sucks, and it's always not an easy just cycle of mourning and getting past it and getting over, you know, those cycles of grief. So that would be the biggest thing I would just say is like, man, everybody has their time. Everybody needs their time, and we can't fast forward that for them. I do, even for me, and I know everyone doesn't like this, but I do like the time where I am vulnerable, and I do have that sense of you know, just thinking about them, reflecting about them, crying, and just as a man, you know, sometimes we are really don't want to be in our feelings, don't want to show that we have emotion. But again, my grandmother, when she passed, that was tough. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that really was that rock for our family, and for it to come out of nowhere, it really hit a lot of us really hard. And so one of the things that my grandmother always did, and I'm definitely trying not to tear up even as I talk about her, but on our birthdays, she would always call us, and if she would miss us because she would forget about our birthdays in time, but she would always remember, you know. But it may be like 9 or 10 o'clock at night, she would always call, leave you a voicemail, and sing happy birthday. And I was privileged to save one of the most recent ones that she did for my birthday. And I listened to it on my past birthday, man, and just broke down crying just to hear her voice, and just know how much she meant to me. And I think that's a tradition I'm going to keep, just to play that voicemail every year on my birthday, no matter how hard it is. Like, I could be straight, good, going through the motions and okay, just, you know, thinking about her, and then I hear her voice through that voicemail and her singing happy birthday, and it's just like, man, it just takes me back. So things like that, you know, to not be afraid to have that emotion, to let the emotion be raw and real. A clip just popped up for Thanksgiving when they came and surprised us, and my grandparents were, you know, older. They're older, and so we never thought they would fly to come see us. They're from Ohio. We live in Louisiana, and they came down actually to surprise my dad. My parents moved to Louisiana with us about 5 years ago when we made the transition here, and they flew in a couple years ago, which was just like out the box because they're older. They don't fly. They like to travel on the road. You know what I'm saying? And that clip popped up, how Facebook gives you those reminders. And so I didn't break down and cry, but I shared it with my dad and the rest of our family. It just was one of those things, like, this is an opportunity where I'm actually thankful that technology can do those reminders, because we had it on film with them surprising my dad for Thanksgiving. And yeah, man, like, I just am appreciative of that, of the technology and us being able to have those moments. So as I said, you know, don't be afraid to, in your quiet time, to reflect and put on clips and think about them and be sad. Like, we have to do that, because if we don't, it'll bottle up and then we'll just explode during certain times, you know, of the year. So I think that is so important to be able to do so. Yeah, and then I think that the third thing in terms of just reflecting and just thinking about loss is that I just lost my train of thought. So we talked about not having a timetable, 2, being okay to grieve and have those flips. Yeah, I think that may be it. Like I said, I just know and understand that this can be a very challenging time for people, and it's not always a happy occasion. But just know there's other people out there going through. I think that's the third one. Yeah, just know that you're not alone. Even though I know it feels like that there's other people going through, and other people that have had the challenging, I guess, ordeal of having to go through loss during the holiday season. So you even though it can feel very isolated and alone, that you're not alone, because other people have dealt with it and have gone through the loss. So yeah, so man, just be encouraged this holiday season. As I said, this one of my first Vlogmases, and I know it's not happy-go-lucky, but I think in that it can be, because even though loss sucks, that on the other side of it, it gives us the opportunity to reflect, to be thankful, and still to be appreciative of what we do have and what is here in the present. So if you're alive and breathing, you know, I think that is an awesome thing. And we have the opportunity to still make the best of what our day is, what our lives are, whether it's the family that's around us, whether it's your job, your loved ones, your own health, whatever it may be. This season gives us the opportunity to reflect on what we have and not necessarily what we don't have. You know, not having our loved ones here, or not having all the gifts and toys and things that we may want. Man, just being reflective, appreciative of what we do have, I think is just so in this time of year. So again, real men get it done. Highs and lows, ups and downs, in between. Man, just be encouraged during this holiday season. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. As I said, it's other awesome people I'm going to have in the playlist. Go check out their channels. There'll be some awesome stuff with the vlogs and some holiday cleaning, you name it. There'll be a little bit of everything in there. But keep checking out the playlist as we add to it during this holiday season. And yeah, till next time, peace and blessings. Real men get it done. Vlogmas.